On this day in history, December 11th, in 220, the Han Dynasty came to a dramatic end when Emperor Xian was compelled to abdicate the throne by Cao Cao's son, Cao Pi. This pivotal moment marked the conclusion of one of China's most significant imperial dynasties. The transition of power represented a significant shift in the political landscape of medieval China. In 1282, the last native prince of Wales, Llewellyn ap Griffith, met a tragic end during the Battle of Orwyn Bridge near Builth Wells in mid-Wales. His death was a crucial moment in the Welsh resistance against English expansion. This event effectively ended independent Welsh princely rule and solidified English control over Wales. In 1602, the citizens of Geneva successfully repelled a surprise attack orchestrated by Charles Emmanuel I, Duke of Savoy, and his brother-in-law, Philip III of Spain. The attack, which would later be commemorated annually by the Fête de l'Escalade, demonstrated the city's resilience and military preparedness. This event highlighted the complex political tensions and territorial conflicts of early modern Europe. In 1640, the Root and Branch Petition emerged as a significant political document during a tumultuous period in English history. Signed by 15,000 Londoners, the petition called for the abolition of the episcopacy and was presented to the Long Parliament. This petition reflected the growing religious and political tensions that would eventually lead to the English Civil War. In 1688, during the Glorious Revolution, James II of England made a dramatic gesture while attempting to flee to France. In an act of desperation and symbolism, he threw the Great Seal of the realm into the River Thames. This event symbolized the dramatic political transformation occurring in England at the time. In 1868, the Paraguayan War reached a significant milestone when Brazilian troops defeated the Paraguayan army at the Battle of Ave. This battle was part of a conflict that would have devastating consequences for Paraguay. The engagement demonstrated the military prowess of the Brazilian forces and contributed to the eventual outcome of the war. In 1899, during the Second Boer War, the Boers under General Piet Cronje achieved a significant victory against the British Empire. The Battle of Magers-Fontein saw the Boers inflicting a defeat on Lord Methuen's forces, who were attempting to relieve the siege of Kimberley. This battle highlighted the tactical skills of the Boer commandos and the challenges faced by the British military. In 1901, Guglielmo Marconi achieved a groundbreaking technological milestone by transmitting the first transatlantic radio signal. The signal traveled from Poldhu, Cornwall, England, to St. John's, Newfoundland, marking a revolutionary moment in communication technology. This achievement would profoundly impact global communication and set the stage for future technological innovations. In 1913, more than 2 years after its theft, the famous Mona Lisa painting was recovered in Florence, Italy. The thief, Vincenzo Peruggia, was immediately arrested upon the painting's discovery. This event captured global attention and added to the mystique of Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece. In 1917, during World War I, British General Edmund Allenby entered Jerusalem on foot and declared martial law. This moment was significant in the context of the broader conflict in the Middle East. Allenby's entry symbolized the shifting geopolitical dynamics of the region during the war. In 1934, Bill Wilson, co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous, took his last drink and entered treatment for the final time. This personal moment would become a pivotal point in the development of addiction recovery methodologies. Wilson's journey would lead to the creation of a global support network that has helped millions of people struggling with alcohol addiction. In 1937, Italy made a provocative diplomatic move by leaving the League of Nations during the Second Italo-Ethiopian War. This action signaled Italy's increasing isolation and aggressive foreign policy under Mussolini's leadership. The withdrawal represented a significant moment in the lead-up to World War II. In 1941, during World War II, the Imperial Japanese Navy suffered its first loss of surface vessels during the Battle of Wake Island. This engagement was part of the broader Pacific theater of the war. The battle demonstrated the increasing intensity and strategic complexity of naval warfare during this global conflict. In 1946, the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, was established. Created in the aftermath of World War II, the organization was initially focused on providing emergency food and healthcare to children in countries devastated by the war. UNICEF would go on to become a crucial global agency dedicated to children's welfare and rights. In 1948, the United Nations passed General Assembly Resolution 194 during the Arab-Israeli War. The resolution created a conciliation commission to mediate the ongoing conflict. This diplomatic effort represented an attempt to address the complex and long-standing tensions in the region. In 1958, 2 French colonies in West Africa gained self-government and joined the French community. French Upper Volta became the Republic of Upper Volta, now Burkina Faso, while French Dahomey became the Republic of Dahomey, now Benin. These transitions marked important steps in the decolonization process of French West Africa. In 1962, Arthur Lucas became the last person to be executed in Canada. His execution marked the end of capital punishment in the country. This event would contribute to the ongoing debate about criminal justice and the death penalty. In 1972, Apollo 17 became the 6th and final Apollo mission to land on the Moon. This mission represented the culmination of the ambitious lunar exploration program initiated by the United States. The successful mission provided further scientific insights and marked the end of an extraordinary era of space exploration. In 1980, the United States Congress enacted the Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act, commonly known as Superfund. This legislation was designed to address abandoned hazardous waste sites and environmental contamination. The act represented a significant step in environmental protection and cleanup efforts. In 1994, during the First Chechen War, Russian President Boris Yeltsin ordered Russian troops into Chechnya. This decision marked the beginning of a complex and bloody conflict. The military intervention would have long-lasting geopolitical and humanitarian consequences. In 1997, the Kyoto Protocol was opened for signature, representing a global effort to address climate change. The protocol aimed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate global warming. This international agreement was a crucial milestone in environmental diplomacy. In 2006, Mexican President Felipe Calderón launched a military-led offensive against drug cartel violence in the state of Michoacán. This action is often considered the first event in the Mexican drug war. The offensive would have profound implications for Mexico's security and social landscape. In 2008, Bernie Madoff was arrested and charged with securities fraud in a massive $50 billion Ponzi scheme. His arrest exposed one of the largest financial frauds in history. The event would have significant repercussions for financial regulation and investor trust. In 2009, Finnish game developer Rovio Entertainment released the hit mobile game Angry Birds internationally on iOS. The game would become a global phenomenon and a landmark in mobile gaming. Angry Birds demonstrated the potential of mobile gaming as a significant entertainment platform. In 2020, the Food and Drug Administration issued an emergency use authorization for the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. This was the first COVID-19 vaccine to be approved by the agency during the global pandemic. The authorization represented a crucial step in the global fight against the coronavirus. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll see you in the next video.